Hello and welcome. You have tuned into Headlines Now with me, Linda Hercules. Before we move into all the stories in detail, let's take a quick look at the top headlines. Cyclone Nilam weekends, but 5 sailors are still missing. Coast Guards on relentless search operations. Price of non-subsidized cooking gas cylinders has been increased by 26 rupees. It's an Arvind Kejriwal versus Salman Khurshid scenario as supporters of both clash at Farrukhabad. Subramanian Swamy targets Congress biggies accusing Sonia and Rahul of owning Young Indian. The government will have to overcome constraints to achieve targets, says Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. Days after his transfer, Haryana IAS officer Ashok Khemka receives a threat phone call. News in detail. The Meteorological Department says that Nilam has weakened with less rain expected in the next 24 hours. Wind speeds went up to 100 km per hour in some areas when the cyclone made its landfall. Around 3,500 people have been evacuated from Mahabalipuram. Meanwhile, 5 coastal districts in Andhra Pradesh are still on alert.
வரும் 24 மணி நேரத்தை பொறுத்தவரையிலே தமிழகம் மற்றும் புதுச்சேரியிலே ஒரு சில இடங்களில் மட்டுமே நாம் மழை எதிர்பார்க்கலாம். இந்த காற்றழுத்த தாழ்வு மண்டலமானது ஈரமிகுந்த அரபிக்கடல் மற்றும் வங்கக்கடல் காற்றினை ஈர்க்கின்ற காரணத்தினாலே ஒரு சில இடங்களில் மழை வருவதற்கான வாய்ப்பு உண்டு. இது சென்னை நகருக்கும் பொருந்தும்.
Efforts continue to trace 6 missing sailors of an oil tanker that ran aground off a city beach, even as 15 of their colleagues were rescued and a probe by the DG Shipping was ordered into the incident. Coast Guard ships along with 2 helicopters are searching for the sailors who went missing yesterday after their lifeboat capsized in choppy waters hours before Cyclone Nilam made the landfall. 15 other crew members of Pratibha Kaveri who remained on board the vessel after it drifted on high velocity winds and ran aground off Besan Nagar were rescued early this morning. 1 sailor drowned while 15 others were rescued by local fishermen last evening after the vessel with 37 crew on board ran aground near Elliott's Beach.
Motor tanker Pratibha Kaveri, which you see on the shore here, is grounded. It was anchored in Chennai port limits since 24th of September, and due to rough weather, it got started drifting and got grounded at 14:30 hours yesterday. 17 people were saved yesterday, and 15 people were stranded on board, and which we have saved in this morning with the help of helicopters. Out of those 32 people who are saved, the condition of 30 people, 1 people is dead and 2 people are in ICU, and the remaining people is healthy, and 5 people are missing.
On to national politics at a time when Arvind Kejriwal is making national headlines with his series of exposés against leaders from both the BJP and the Congress, his mentor and self-proclaimed Gandhi and Anna Hazare has said that the activist turned politician does not have greed for money. Anna praised his former protege, saying that he was sacrificing and more concerned about the society than his own family. To a question whether Mr. Kejriwal was greedy for power, Mr. Hazare replied that he could be, but that he has no other greed. Mr. Kejriwal has so far refused to comment on Anna's remark. Despite elaborate security arrangements, supporters of activist turned politician Arvind Kejriwal clashed in Farrukhabad this afternoon with congressmen. Mr. Kejriwal is in the constituency of External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid for a rally where he wants to highlight corruption charges against the minister and his wife. The windows of a car were smashed by Congress workers as it headed towards the rally ground. The car was transporting members of the Bharatiya Kisan Union, an organization of farmers that is supporting Mr. Kejriwal. En route to Farrukhabad, Mr. Kejriwal's convoy had also been stopped by the minister's supporters. Protesters wearing caps with placards, "Main hoon Salman Khurshid," meaning I am Salman Khurshid, and waving black flags blocked the road. The police intervened and allowed Mr. Kejriwal to continue his journey. The minister, who is in Delhi, has however refused to comment on the incident.
मैनपुरी जिला विकलांग कल्याण अधिकारी मैनपुरी द्वारा अवगत कराया लाभार्थियों के टेस्ट चेक रिपोर्ट पर जिला विकलांग कल्याण अधिकारी के फर्जी हस्ताक्षर हैं। ये मैनपुरी के अधिकारी कह रहे हैं कि सलमान खुर्शीद जी और उनकी धर्मपत्नी ने मैनपुरी के अफसरों के फर्जी हस्ताक्षर किए हैं। 14 में से लगभग 10 या 11 जिलों में ये रिपोर्ट है कि सलमान खुर्शीद जी जो हमारे देश के कानून मंत्री थे, अभी तक हमारे देश के कानून मंत्री ने और उनकी धर्मपत्नी ने मिलकर फर्जी हस्ताक्षर कर दिए, फर्जी दस्तखत कर दिए और सारा पैसा चोरी कर लिया। निष्पक्ष जांच क्या होनी चाहिए? ये जांच तो हो चुकी है, एफआईआर दर्ज होनी चाहिए और एफआईआर दर्ज होकर सलमान खुर्शीद को गिरफ्तार किया जाए।
Arvind Kejriwal has said that a CD which purportedly has his aide offering to cancel his rally was most likely doctored. The CD was released yesterday in Farrukhabad by supporters of Mr. Khurshid, who has been feuding with Mr. Kejriwal. The conversation is reportedly between Mr. Khurshid's wife and Lakshman Singh, a senior leader of the India Against Corruption movement. Mr. Singh allegedly offered to have Mr. Kejriwal's rally cancelled if the minister's wife had a Congress leader in Farrukhabad expelled from the party. Mr. Kejriwal's rally is seen as problematic for the Khurshids because he plans to highlight corruption charges against them. Janata Party President Subramanian Swamy targeted UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi and Congress General Secretary Rahul Gandhi, accusing them of converting a public firm into a private company. He said that the two formed a private company named Young Indian and acquired a public limited company, Associated Journals Limited. Swamy alleged that the deal between Young Indian and Associated Journals Limited was a fraud committed in order to grab the Herald House in Delhi that is located in a hub and is valued at about 1,600 crore rupees.
Rahul Gandhi was a shareholder. They put it it was there in 2008, 3 lakh shares. And the 3 lakh shares, he did not report in his election nomination form where he had to give an affidavit. 2008, he had shares. And if you see the second row, bonds, debentures and shares in companies, nil, 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 nil. By the way, he has another company, Backups, which I presented details of in Ahmedabad day before yesterday. Today I am giving you another company. And there are 27 companies in which Ma Beta Jodi is there, and all kinds of nefarious activities are going on.
UPA chairperson Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, following into the footsteps of the BJP President Nitin Gadkari, should not only offer herself and her son Mr. Rahul Gandhi for an independent inquiry, but should rather ask the government, because she is in a position to do so, to order an objective inquiry, impartial inquiry, and that should be done within the next 24 hours, or she should sue Dr. Swamy for defamation.
More news will follow on the other side of a short break. Stay with us.